Okay, Keir, so from many today, I've heard if you can't have Wembley, Six Ways isn't a bad replacement. A fantastic day for us and for the groundhoppers that turned up. A 3-2 win. It was very nervous towards the end. Are you relieved to come out of here with all 3 points?
Yeah, relieved but deserved. Thought we were superb considering us our third game in 5 days. Lovely treat for myself, for you, the travelling fans, all the players. Like to have the opportunity to play in a ground like this, a stadium like this, is unbelievable. The facilities, and it makes the decision to turn up for football on a Saturday. Obviously, you've got to go to, no disrespect to Thornbury, and the South Bank as well. You've had those 2 games this week, but when you turn up here today, it gets you excited to play. I know it's 4G, but the ground is unbelievable, and for them being in the league allows us to play in something like that. So it was a nice occasion, but in terms of the actual football match, fully deserved. I know they scored in the 95th minute to make it 3-2, but it was always a comfortable afternoon. Went 3-1 up on about 65th minute, seeing the game out with relative with ease. And just another one ticked off. The only thing I know, I spoke to you on Wednesday after the Sodbury game about the schedule. I said that there's going to be some injuries, and we got 3 today. Smeds is pulled up after 15 minutes, had to take him off, and then Leon's pulled up after 65, 70 minutes, had to take him off, and then Keatsy's done his hamstring in the 90th minute. You're asking the boys to do too much. 3 games in 5 days, and to perform at the level we have done is magnificent, and it's another one ticked off. I keep saying to the boys, the FA, the league, whoever's doing it, the fixture secretary, obviously don't want us to do it, so keep trying to prove people wrong, and we'll keep doing it until mathematically it's not possible. Hereford Pegasus on Monday. They've not had a game this weekend, so they'll be completely fresh, and we've done another game. So I know I sound like a bit of a broken record, and it's a bit miserable, but it is a mental situation that we find ourselves in. That semi-final, then followed up by 3 victories and 1 away to Worcester Raiders. Absolutely unbelievable, and credit to everyone involved in the football club at the moment.
You just touched on 3 injuries. Where will that leave us for Pegasus on Monday?
Yeah, well, we can't sign anyone else now, so we'll have to just rely on the boys that we've got. Maybe ask for a couple of favours that the boys that we've got on dual registration, but it is what it is. So, there'll probably be another 2 on Monday, and then that leaves me with 5 injuries with 4 or 5 games to play. So yeah, it is what it is. Just have to try and get the season finished, and hopefully start getting ready to build for next year. But it's I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but it just feels really unfair. So although I sound like I'm being miserable and moaning and blaming the congestion, we keep winning games. So I'm obviously delighted at that, but I just don't feel we're getting a fair crack at the whip of doing it. So that's where my biggest concern is. So I'll have to assess the injuries and see what squad we've got available for Monday against Hereford Pegasus, another team that's going to be in the top 6. So it doesn't get any easier.
If I'm being nitpicky, it seemed like the first 20 minutes until we got the first goal, it was frustrating to watch, especially the end product. Is that to do with the pitch?
Maybe. I think the sun out on the 4G, sometimes it does feel a little bit slow, but I just think the lads are like dead on their feet. I give them the benefit of the doubt. For 20 minutes they were feeling lethargic, trying to get the journey out their legs, trying to get 2 games this week out their legs as well. But I thought when we went ahead, deserved, then conceded a sloppy goal. Second half didn't give them a sniff, went in at the break 2-1 from a great goal from Hobbsy. My front 3 today were absolutely sensational and caused them all sorts of problems. Kane, Demo in Nickel, who bagged 2. And then obviously the disappointing to concede a sloppy goal in injury time. But in the end, I always felt like we were comfortable. I've tried to rest as many boys as I could today. Swanee, Alex Hallett, just tried to get them the afternoon off, but obviously Smeds and Leon pulled up halfway through the game, so they have to come on and play. And then obviously I was trying to rest Baffy to make sure he's fit and fresh for Monday, but he's had to come up the end. So it's asking boys to do loads and loads and loads of work, but they're so honest. Character in there is fantastic, and everyone looked like they obviously enjoy playing for each other, for me and for the club. So long may it continue.
The last I saw, Malvern won today, I'm assuming. Does that put even more pressure on us to get results, even with the injuries?
I don't think there's any pressure on us now, because you're asking an impossible task for us to go and win all of our remaining games all in the space of a week. So we've got Pegasus on Monday, then we've got Roman Glass on Thursday, then we've got Westfields away on Saturday, then Lydney, and then Malvern. So yeah, it is no pressure on us. We just keep going until we're going to lose a game or drop some points. And Malvern obviously going to win comfortably away at Mangoes, and then they've got to play us. But the time they play us, it could be a non-event anyway. Cribs have won the title. Everyone knows that already. They're not going to slip up that badly. So again, we just want to finish as high up as we can and give a good account of ourselves. Obviously the Vaz run has been so exciting and so beneficial for the football club, but it's been at the cost of being punished for success in that competition. And I said the same on Wednesday. So like I said, I probably sound like a broken record to people listening, but it is what it is, and we'll just have to deal with it. But we keep winning games, and it's a really good habit to be in.
A fantastic performance from us today. Did you have a man of the match?
I'd probably say between Nikel and Dan Demkiff, both exceptional today. They've worked really, really well together. Demo was a constant threat every time he got the ball. Nick's, like I promised the supporters how good he'd be for us. I think that's sort of like his number 2, so that's what his 20th or 24th, something like that, of the season. I don't know in all competitions, but that should put him back to the top of the goal scoring charts for the Golden Boot. Very lucky to have them both. Kane was really good as a constant threat. Unlucky not to get on the score sheet today. But I couldn't pick fault in anyone today. It was a really, really good team performance. But those two will probably get honourable special mentions and contest each other for man of the match.